From the crackle of radio, to the glow of the screen, to the pulse of the pixel, for 70 years, Britain has watched, listened, and spoken to itself each Christmas day. Voices that once echoed through cathedrals now stream through satellites. Families still gather. Only the glow has changed. Yet, across the decades, one question endures. If the way we celebrate keeps changing, what remains? Join us as we journey from the Queen's first broadcast to the carols of Cambridge, the glow of Oxford Street, and the digital hearths of today. This is how Britain kept Christmas, through every frequency of time.
Comment an emoji that describes your Christmas vibe this year. I can't wait to see what everyone posts.
Memory number 6. The Christmas broadcast on TV when the Queen entered the living room. How a voice of tradition became a face of history. Britain, Christmas Day, 1957. The nation gathers, not around the radio this time, but around the television. A million screens flicker to life, and there she is, Queen Elizabeth II, 31 years old, looking directly into the eyes of her people. It's inevitable that I should seem a rather remote figure to many of you, but now, at least for a few minutes, I welcome you to the peace of my own home. This was history, the first Christmas message ever broadcast on television. For 25 years, Britons had only heard their monarch. Now, for the first time, they could see her. The broadcast was filmed in the long library of Sandringham House. A fire burned quietly in the background. The Queen spoke without notes. It wasn't just a message. It was a meeting. Across the country, pubs fell silent, streets emptied, curtains drew. Even in Australia and Canada, people tuned in live via shortwave relay. Television had made the monarchy intimate. The Queen's voice, steady and calm, spoke not of grandeur, but of gratitude. She thanked the public for their loyalty and affection in a changing world. For a post-war Britain finding its modern identity, this moment was more than symbolic. It was personal. Newspapers the next day called it the Queen's new kind of Christmas. Television brought the crown closer, not higher. In the years that followed, the broadcast became a mirror of Britain itself, shifting with time and technology. The 1960s brought color. The 1980s brought satellite. The 2000s, the internet. And yet, the format never changed. One person, one message, one day a year. A ritual born from faith, preserved by familiarity. When the Queen addressed the nation for the 70th time in 2021, it marked one of the longest-running broadcasts in history. Her final message, recorded in 2021, reached over 9 million viewers in the UK alone. From radio to television to streaming, one voice has remained. The Queen's Christmas message, the sound of Britain growing up.
Hello, a fun question for you. When did Queen Elizabeth II deliver her first televised Christmas broadcast?
A. 1952. B. 1967. C. 1960. Memory number 7. The Return of Carols, when Britain found its voice again. How music rebuilt the soul of a wounded nation. Cambridge, Christmas Eve, 1918. The Great War has ended, but Britain is silent. Churches half empty, bells rusted by years of sorrow. Inside King's College Chapel, candles flicker over wooden pews. The air smells of wax and pine. The choir gathers. The dean, Eric Milner White, a former army chaplain, Suai, steps forward. The nation needs to be reminded of joy in a time of exhaustion and desolation. And so begins a new service, the Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols, 9 readings from Scripture, 9 songs of hope. The first hymn, Once in Royal David's City, a single treble voice rises through the cold air. Then another joins. Then hundreds. Britain, weary, grieving, yet breathing again, finds its voice. The carol service becomes an annual tradition. In 1928, the BBC begins broadcasting it live to the nation. From that night onward, millions could hear the same notes echo through their homes. In an age before television, the sound of carols was Britain's Christmas broadcast. During the Second World War, the choir sang through blackout curtains, their voices the only light. In 1941, the BBC transmitted the service worldwide from Cambridge, even as bombs fell on London. Soldiers in North Africa and the Pacific tuned in by shortwave, hearing the same hymns their families sang at home. For half an hour, each Christmas Eve, war stopped and harmony returned. After the war, the service became the heartbeat of British Christmas Eve. The opening solo of Once in Royal David's City remained a secret until moments before broadcast, tradition still kept today. Even today, millions listen live on BBC Radio and TV, as they have since 1928. From a wounded chapel in 1918 to digital airwaves a century later, the carols of kings remind Britain, even in silence, the nation still sings.
Answer to the above question, B, 1957. In 1957, Queen Elizabeth II made the first televised Christmas speech.
Memory number 8. The post-war feast, how Britain's Christmas dinner evolved. When ration books closed and the table opened again. Britain, Christmas 1954. For the first time in 14 years, no coupons, no ration books. The Ministry of Food declares, rationing is over. Across the nation, ovens roar back to life. Housewives flip through new cookbooks, bright covers promising flavor, not survival. After a decade of scarcity, taste itself had become a luxury. Christmas dinner returns to the British table. Fuller, richer, more colorful than anyone remembered. The turkey, long absent, comes home. For most families, it's the first real bird they've roasted since 1939. Grocers hang fresh poultry signs in red and gold. Queues stretch around the block. Cranberry sauce, once imported and rare, becomes a symbol of post-war abundance. Mince pies reappear, now filled with real fruit and butter instead of dried carrot. After the war, the mince pie regained its sweetness, and so did Christmas. Trifle bowls glitter with jelly and cream. Sherry glasses clink. Advertisements call it Britain's bright new Christmas. In living rooms across the country, families gather. Children wide-eyed, parents tearful. The table is more than food. It's proof that the hard years are over. Every roast, every pudding, every toast was a quiet act of triumph. Supermarkets like Sainsbury's and Tesco expand rapidly, bringing the feast within reach of the working class. The British dinner table becomes a stage for post-war optimism. Christmas puddings simmer for hours, dark, heavy, rich with brandy and history. In the rising steam of the pudding, Britain saw its reflection, scarred but shining again. By the 1960s, roast turkey, potatoes, sprouts, and pudding become the national standard. Cookbooks and adverts spread the same image, the perfect golden bird under silver tinsel. Even Queen Elizabeth's Christmas message in 1958 mentioned the joy of simple family meals together again. The nation that once queued for carrots now queued for crackers. The post-war feast wasn't just a meal. It was a promise fulfilled that Britain could once again break bread, not rules.
Tell me quickly, what is your favorite Christmas food? Team pudding or team turkey?
Memory number 9. The age of television. Britain's Christmas on screen. When Christmas moved from the hearth to the screen. Britain, Christmas Day, 1967. The television hums softly in every home. The Queen has spoken, and now the nation turns to laughter. The Morecambe and Wise show begins. At their peak, Morecambe and Wise drew 28 million viewers, nearly half the UK population. For 2 decades, Christmas Day television became a new kind of tradition. The hearth replaced by the screen, the storyteller by the presenter. Television didn't just reflect Christmas, it choreographed it. From comedy to drama, from carols to cartoons, the lineup became ritual. The BBC's Top of the Pops aired every Christmas since 1964, the soundtrack of the season. ITV competed with musicals and spectaculars, Cilla Black, Tom Jones, The Two Ronnies. The ratings battle was born, BBC versus ITV for the Christmas crown. In 1982, Channel 4 entered with something different, quiet, poetic, animated. The Snowman, adapted from Raymond Briggs' picture book, aired that Christmas Eve. No words, just music, walking in the air. After decades of laughter, Britain paused to feel. Every Christmas after, the schedule itself became sacred. Doctor Who returned each year with a Christmas special. Monsters, miracles, and tea. Coronation Street and EastEnders staged family dramas that became national therapy. From black and white comedies to technicolor fantasies, Christmas TV captured the British heart. Television united Britain, not in silence around the fire, but in laughter across the land. By the 1980s, surveys showed that 9 out of 10 households watched at least one Christmas special. The TV became the new cathedral, the place everyone gathered at the same time for the same story. When the screen lit up, Britain saw itself, funny, flawed, hopeful. And in that reflection, Christmas found its rhythm. Memory number 10. The modern Christmas, from post to pixels. When Britain carried its oldest traditions into its newest world. Britain, Christmas Eve, 2020. Empty streets, closed shops, families apart. Yet, through the quiet, millions of voices connect again. Screens glow where hearths once burned. A mother in Manchester unwraps gifts with her son in Sydney. Over Zoom, a grandmother in Glasgow watches her grandchildren sing carols on FaceTime. It was the strangest Christmas since the Blitz, and yet somehow the most united. In 2020, more than 15 million Britons celebrated virtually. Online sales surpassed in-store purchases for the first time in history. Royal Mail still carried 200 million Christmas cards, but millions more flew as pixels. Every year, the volume of physical cards falls, but the spirit they carry never does. From penny post to postcode, from post office to post online, the same message endures. Merry Christmas, I'm thinking of you. The BBC now streams the King's Speech in 4K. Families watch together, some on sofas, others through screens. Same words, different light. LED trees shimmer where candlelight once flickered. Online choirs record harmonies from 50 cities into one single carol. Virtual charity drives replace doorstep collections. The tools have changed, the meaning has not. Britain still sends gifts, still sings carols, still listens to the monarch. The message remains what it was in 1843: connection. From Sir Henry Cole's ink and card to King Charles' broadcast on fiber optic lines, 2 centuries apart. Same wish. The story of the British Christmas isn't about how it changed, it's about how it stayed the same. From paper to pixels, the connection endures.